Hi everyone, this is Elena Kraus and welcome to another card video. In this video, I'm using the Hero Arts September My Monthly Hero Kit along with Chibi lights, and I will show you how to create easy parallel circuit for those Chibi lights. So let's get started. Here is a quick look of the card that we're making today, and I'm using the Chinese lanterns image from the kit, one of them actually. And I'm using the Chibitronics kit. Actually, I have a bunch of extra additions to the kit. This is the little instruction book, but we won't be using that one. So here's the kit, and I'll be stamping the branches a couple times and emboss with copper embossing powder. So I'm using some white Copic friendly cardstock. I'm applying that anti-powder static tool and stamping image 2 times, and then I'll emboss it with the copper embossing powder. So I'm shaking off the excess and heat setting that with my Wagner heat tool, and this melts it pretty quickly. So next I'm using my Copic markers to color in the images, and I'm not using some extra fancy coloring. I'm just blending in a few colors from the same color family, the YR 12 through 18 and then YG 93 through 99. So I have sped up the process here quite a bit, so you're not bored with the coloring, because it's not any science to it. So we're almost to the end here. And the next step will be to die cut those images, and when I die cut, you will see that the far left lantern has the die cuts out 2 holes in it. So I'll make my card so the light comes through that part of the image. So I'll use two lights because I have 2 images. Just die cutting the second here. So those are you saw quickly those lights there, not lights but holes there, openings. So next I'm positioning where I want them to go onto my panel and marking those areas. I'll use craft knife that I'm using here, Tim Holtz craft knife, to create little openings into the cardstock, little holes, little triangles, so the light can come through and go through the openings of my image. On the back of my images, like the ones with the openings, I'll adhere some vellum that I would color with red marker. Next, I'm making sure that the holes are large enough for those openings, so a lot of light comes through. So as I said, here I'm coloring the vellum using red marker. First I tried different color, but it was more orange. I'll trim little pieces from it and adhere them back of that image, that lantern there. So I'm just trimming it to size to fit nicely, and it doesn't come through on the front. So there's one is done, and I'm doing the same thing for the second one. I'm using some collage matte medium to adhere the vellum on back of the. So next I'm trimming this the panel down to 4 by 5 1/4, and I have a black note card for my card, and I'm taking another panel. It will go underneath, and I'm trimming it to the same size. Here I'm marking the openings onto the bottom panel where we're going to create the circuit. And then I have a battery, and I have a little holder for the battery, just basically a piece of paper of cardstock folded in half, and I'm going to position that kind of underneath those marks that where the lights will be. So here I made a mistake. I adhered it very low to the bottom, which would not have given me space for the foam adhesive tape to house that battery. So there's a good chance the battery may fall off. So I just moved it more towards the upper part. So now the bottom will be the negative because the bottom of the battery is the negative. So I'm creating a parallel circuit. So I'll have two pieces of the copper tape. So I'm going to the marks. I'm connecting both marks together. And then I have little kind of excess on the top there. And then for the bottom, I'm going on top of that piece of paper that's folded and then on underneath. So that attaches the plus side of the battery. Next, I'm adhering the little lights, making sure that the minus go to the minus and the plus to the plus. And you notice on the top I had excess. That kind of creates open circuit, which is not recommended in real life when you're working with larger voltages, because it's very dangerous, speaking as an electrical engineer. So don't do that in real life, but because we're working with very low voltages here, it doesn't really matter. Next time, kind of creating housing around that battery as well, all over that bottom panel. And I'm adding 3 layers of the foam tape that will ensure that the battery is not pressed or it's not on the entire time. So next I'm stamping the sentiment and with Versamark and embossing with the same copper embossing powder. Next I'll just heat set that one. So that's done, and next step is to adhere the images, and I'm using little foam adhesive dots for those, or hexagons. And when I adhere it to my panel, I'll make sure that the little holes there align with the little openings onto my image. So because that's where the light will come through most intensely. So next I'll do the same with the second image, just adding those hexagons, adhesive foam hexagons or dots. You can use any foam adhesive you like. Removing the backing and adhere it to my panel. So next I'll adhere the little stems, the edges, so when I cut them off they don't go everywhere, so they're nice and secure onto my panel. I'll do the same for the second, and then I'll trim off the excess. So in the next step, I'll just adhere my panel on top of the circuit panel. I'm lining up in my MISTI, so it's positioned correctly. So I secured at the top with the magnet, and I'll line it up with the corner, and then here then you see as I press the panel, the lanterns light up. Next I'm scoring my card base and adhering that circuit panel onto it. So, and this kind of finishes my card. You will see when I press the sentiment, it lights up. It's even more when I turn off the lights, you can see it much better. So thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, as well to visit my blog and subscribe for my to my blog for more ideas and inspiration. Thanks for watching, and see you soon. Bye!